Good morning, welcome back to the channel. I'm Lizz, I'm a parent coach and I am a soul-led, home-educating, hippie woo-woo lady who lives in the United Kingdom. The world lately has been perhaps more messy than usual. In particular, the information that is coming out for our SEN children and our children in general with regards to education is getting worse. And I would like to give you my perspective on that and how I have chosen to home educate and why I've chosen to do that. And it wasn't the easiest option. In fact, it was an option that took me far too long to decide to do. And if I could go back, I would 100% do it so much earlier. So I would like to help you to perhaps dig deeper into how you would like your family's lives to look and feel. We grow up believing that education is everything. And of course, I totally believe that. I love learning. I'm a huge learner. I love to research, deep dive, go down rabbit holes. And it's all been since I left school, to be honest. I found school overwhelming. I had a lot of my own mental health issues going on and I was in and out of psychiatric hospital. I had a very different childhood, if you like, because of how ill I was. And so for me, education has always looked different. I had hospital education, which was, just a few hours a day, if that. And then the rest of the time was spent with therapy and occupational therapy and different ways of helping my mental health. And I think that set me up to move forward in this time and space to be able to understand the value of education and that it doesn't have to look like society expects it to look. Saying that, obviously I struggled to take my children out of school. I really did. I felt that I was following the correct path by doing everything that the schools asked of me to do to help my children be in school. And unfortunately, it massively backfired on us, my son in particular. And then when I realised that my youngest was struggling, I was able to make a quicker decision, if you like. However, I'm also a huge advocate for listening to your kids, and I wanted to do what they wanted to do. So they both went to secondary school. My son, quote unquote, lasted longer, but only through pure determination and masking and hiding all of his needs. So it was not a good reason. My youngest went to secondary school and lasted 9 days before it all just fell apart, and I too fell apart. And I think it's not spoken about enough, the mental health issues that come for all of the family, not just the children in school. It completely broke me. It brought my OCD back. I was depressed and put on a higher dosage of medication. What I've learned in the 3 years since is that, yes, I need my medication, but what I really needed was to be out of the system. I needed to listen to my own intuition about my children and about myself, because my soul had been crying out to me for many years to stop, step away, home educate, do it now. The current climate we're in right now with the Children's and Schools Wellbeing Bill looking like it is going to go through without, we're trying to fight it, but there's only so much we as individuals can do. And so I think the power lies in yourself. And I really want you to take the opportunity to think deeply. Again, I know you are already, about what you want the coming years to look like with your children. I know some people will just be trying to, get through to the end of secondary school, but don't let that be at the price of your children's mental health. I wish I'd taken Harley out sooner. I really, really do. The Children and Wellbeing's school bill is also looking to take away your power as a parent to home educate your children, especially SEN children. They are looking to put the power with the local authorities to say whether or not they think it's a good idea. Now, I know that when it comes to my son with that, they kept pushing anyway without this law. They kept pushing that he should be at school and he should do this and they could meet need and everything in between, but they couldn't. The school system is hugely overwhelmed. The government have put ridiculous asks on the schools and the teachers. Teachers are leaving in their thousands, and I don't blame them. If the teachers, the adults, aren't coping in this system, what is that doing to our children? I offer up this little story of mine just because I would really like you to take the time to pause and really, really consider where you want this to go. And please don't think that I'm here with loads of money and home education was the easiest thing to do, because it wasn't. I haven't worked in years because my son was so burnt out from school and I couldn't get a job because my son would be in school for 10 minutes or 1 hour or here, there and everywhere. It just wasn't feasible to have a job around all of that. So we were on benefits. Things are starting to look brighter now. We're 3 years into home education and now I'm a parent coach. But that's only because I chose to take my power back. I know that sounds really like, take my power back. But like, I chose to be responsible for how my life was going to look and how that was going to affect my children and what I wanted them to learn about the world. And I can honestly say it's been the most exciting, challenging, but wonderful experience to become a home educating family. And it's actually helped and encouraged my son to embrace education again and to enjoy life again, because everybody in the house is happier. We can sleep in with our circadian rhythms, or we can stay up late to watch, comets and things outside in the sky, because we don't have to worry about getting up at 6 a.m. the next morning. We have found a freedom that works for us. Of course, there are challenges. Of course, finances is not easy. But is it worth it? Yeah, 1000% it's worth it. I'd rather have less stuff and happy kids versus lots of money and children who can't cope with life. Please let me know if you've got any questions about how to go about home educating, how that feels for you, what your worries are. I would love to be able to talk this through with you to help you. I hope you have a fabulous day. See you in the next video. Love you lots. You're doing great. These are my birthday balloons. I turned 45 on the 20th of September. And so I have 9 balloons, number 9 balloons, because 4 + 5 is 9. When the odds are beating you, keep your head